did things kind of change?
Well, first off, we had a O-line switch with Boss coming in and Chris moving the guard, so I think that helped out a lot. We actually had a run game tonight, so that also opened up the pass game a little bit too. And but I mean, really just sticking to our assignments was all it was. So.
What was the difference in the two halves? You were pretty efficient in the first half, but then couldn't get much going in the second half. What do you feel was the difference?
I think we just got put in. I think really the offense just got put in certain situations where it's hard to move the ball, especially with Colorado's game plan. You know, they like to blitz on third down a lot, so it's hard to, when you have to gain a lot, to really push it down the field. So I think that was a big part of it.
Did that take some part of the offense away from you because you needed to hurry?
I think you'd have to ask Coach Kelly that. I was just in there to run the game plans.
How do you feel about the altitude?
I didn't really pay attention to it. I heard a couple other guys talking about it, but I really wasn't focused on it. So.
With the kind of first half that you had, I mean, did that kind of show you guys maybe the type of team you think you guys could become?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think once we clean up a couple penalty mistakes, and really just on defensive side, really just rallying to the ball and tackling and stuff like that. I mean, once you clean up the little things, I mean, it'll get there. So we all believe in the process, and we all believe in Coach Kelly. So
what's kind of stronger feeling right now? The satisfaction of how well you guys played in that first half, or the disappointment of how the second half got away from you guys?
I think more so the disappointment, just really because we knew we could beat that team, and really we knew if we would have played like that the past weeks, we probably could have pulled a couple games out earlier. But you know, it's all in the past, so we just have to move forward from now. So.
How do you think Boss did at center?
Oh, he did a hell of a job going in there, first start, and really just from a full week of practice with the ones. I mean, he really went out there and surprised me. We really only had one bad snap, but for the most part, he made all the right calls and stuff like that. So.
Your dad made some headlines a couple weeks ago. How did you kind of respond to that?
I have no idea. I rarely go on my phone now. I just try to stay away from all the media and stuff like that. So I just try to focus on my team. So.
Did you tell him at all, like, hey, you know?
Nah, like I said, I haven't been on my phone. I really haven't even talked to my parents for the past few weeks. So probably looking to do that when I get home now. So and talk to them about that. So I literally had no idea. So.
Really? So you didn't see those tweets or anything? Or
no.
You didn't hear about it?
No.
How do you feel you played today?
I guess how I played every week. I mean, there's always improvement, but for the most part, I feel like the offense as a whole really was working well. Like you guys said in the first half, we were really on a move. So, but yeah, my biggest goal is just to put points on the board every drive, and so we didn't do that. So I feel like there's always some room for improvement.
So whenever there's a field goal, it's like a missed opportunity for you?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, like I said, I want to end every drive with points. So I mean, if it's 3 or 7, it really doesn't matter to me as long as we put points on the board every drive. So
midway through that third quarter, there was that long ball, right? The deep ball that you had there, right before you got hit. You know, I don't know if you saw the replay at all, but you know, it's just a couple inches more. I mean, play like that. I mean, do you kind of replay in your head at all? Like, you know, a couple more inches. I mean, you guys could potentially take a lead there. It's kind of a different game.
Oh yeah, I mean, really. For the week of practice, we practiced it all with Theo, so having that timing aspect was really big, having felt in there running that route. So, I mean, like you said, it was just a couple inches off, and I think if we get that timing down, I mean, it'll be really big. So.
With your ability to run, would you like to see that dimension used a little bit more, like with read option where you pull the ball back?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, I just want to get first downs and touchdowns. So whatever works. I mean, if I have to pull it down and run, I will. But for the most part, I just want to get first down and touchdowns. So.
How would you describe the mood of the locker room right now after what's kind of what's your fourth straight loss?
Definitely not a upbeat, happy type of locker room. It's definitely we got work to do. Putting our nose down and trying to grind at the bit almost type of deal. So, I mean, we know what we have to do. And it's very frustrating because you know what the mistakes are and you know that you left some mistakes out there. So when you have that type of game, it's kind of like, it's real frustrating. So, I mean, it was just a frustrating type of night. So.
Anything else?